Salute, my lovelies. You've come to WCT, Witchy Chick Tea. Bring me your drama, your kink, and your tea, and your twisted entanglements. Y'all know your witchologist ahvay is going to get you right with my personal intuition and that of my tarot cards. The emails y'all send be lit, and I always keep it real with you guys. What the cards reveal may not be what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. Some of these emails are crazy as hell, so if you offend easily, this channel ain't for you. Kink, drama, tea. You ask, I answer. Also, we'll be doing our weekly zodiac readings. If you have a topic to discuss or need a reading, email me at witchychicktea@gmail.com. Now, baby, let's dig into these emails. With my familiar big boy at my side, see what business is brewing up front. And then it's our weekly Zodiac VIP readings. Guys, I just want to say I have been away for a minute. I was under the weather, but we are back with a hot show. Up first is Dathan from Louisiana. And I hope I'm pronouncing this brother's name correctly. I'm not a religious person. I never put much stock into ghosts and hauntings. I've been in my house for 5 years. At first, I had a live-in lover who stayed for 2 years. It was quiet. Then I started experiencing cold sensations around the house. One night, I'd just gone to bed. The house was really quiet. Still, I turned on my side and noticed a smoky shape near the wall. It grew until it reshaped into a female. I felt kind of warm and tingly all over. I wasn't afraid at this time because I figured I was dreaming. She finally formed. Her hair was golden, her eyes a little wide and an unusual blue. I couldn't help but get excited as she reached the bed. Her body was beyond sexy. The sheer gown she wore dissipated as she climbed on top of me. ahvay, I swear I saw stars. Since then, she's visited me every night, always around the same time. I've told my friends about this experience, and they think I'm crazy. ahvay, I have spoken to this entity. I have, dare I say, fallen in love with her. Her name is Zora. She says she's from beyond. She says I can go with her. ahvay, I'm a bit scared to do that. She says we can be a family. Last week when she came, I caught a glimpse of her in the hallway mirror. It wasn't what I've been seeing all this time. Kind of ghastly. I've come to fear our time together. She keeps talking about us being together in her home, but I fear I'd have to die in order to do that. Can you help me with this? You know, Dathan, I'm be honest with you, and I don't want to scare the living hell out of you. A situation like this needs immediate attention. This is not something you want to play with. The fact that you've not only acknowledged but spoken to, invited, and also have had a sexual nature with the entity of this type is just bad. Bad, bad, bad. You're going to need someone to come to that home and do a complete cleaning and perhaps even an exorcism. The good thing about it is you're in the perfect place, Louisiana. And I know a lot of people there. What I'm going to do after the show, I want you to email me. Actually, I'm going to email you. And I want you to open that email, listen to the instructions that I'm going to give you. This is a very, very serious situation. Okay? One thing you don't ever do, is acknowledge and invite. Do not do that. Ever. Then on top of it, to go so far as having a sexual relationship, you have opened yourself up to so many things that's just no good. No good at all. Let's take it to the cards and see what they say. The first card says boss mode. And what that means is that now you have to take charge. You have invited, you have acknowledged, you have had sex. Now it is time to take charge, because if you don't, this isn't going to end well. You have to take charge of your life. You have to get rid of this parasite. You have to. This is a life-threatening situation. Anytime something that's not of this realm or this world invites you to come with them, that's the threshold. Okay? The threshold of serious possession, death, all types of hell. The second card says, never judge a book by its cover. And see, that is when you first encountered this entity. Let's talk about the things that you said in the email. You stated that she was sexy. You stated, I want to say blonde hair, if I'm not mistaken, or golden hair. You gave us physical attributes and made it sound as if this entity was a sexy, alluring. And that's what you looked at. That's what you fell for. You said the sex was good. But you didn't stop to ask yourself, what the hell is going on here? These things don't happen on a day-to-day basis. This is something that is odd, something that should never happen. So you only saw what you wanted to see and not what was really there. The second card says key of life. And this is just what I've been saying. This situation is a threat to your actual life. You have to take control. You have to take control. You have to get rid of this. You have to cut this connection off. Okay? And you can't do that on your own. Trust me. Just going to church, go get the Bible, say a couple of prayers, that's not going to work. This is a situation that needs professional attention. Look out for my email. Please. After this situation is handled, do not do it again. Never. If you see something, do not acknowledge it. Never. Don't invite anything to stay. Don't invite it in, just don't even acknowledge it. Okay? Let's see who's next. I have Ajaya from Virginia. I bought myself a badass nightie on Shein. I had rose petals on the bed and some sexy tunes playing when this thing came in asking where was his dinner. He didn't have no flowers, no candy, nothing. I told him we can have dinner after dessert. He was grumbling, talking about he just want to eat and go to bed. He even slept in the guest room, talking about he didn't have no time for no flowers and shit. 3 days later, I was doing the laundry and I found a receipt in his pocket for 1-800-Flowers. The date was February 14th. Now, wait a minute. I didn't get no flowers. So, where did these flowers go? I tried calling the place, but they wouldn't give me any information. A bitch is heated. I've been taking care of this buster with his geriatric dick for 7 years now. When this ninja drops, ain't no hoe getting that check but me. I want you to consult them cards and get me that address. 'Cause an ass is going to get stomped if they think they're marching in on my gold mine. As for his ass, he's already taken care of. You see, you do people fucked up and it comes back to you. He got the big C. Bet her ass doesn't know that. Slide me that address and mama will take care of the rest. Now you guys know, I do not condone violence. I am not sliding anyone anything. Okay? That's first and foremost. I do not condone violence. But I have to admit, when I first read this email, I did laugh. I laughed, and because the tone of it, the energy of it is just a very funny energy, if you will. I totally get that this person is fed up. I get that. But you can't really say you've taken care of someone, but you're also plotting and planning to cash in on the rewards once they leave this earth. That's like rubbing two negative wires together. It's not really good, okay? Let's see what the cards have to say. Battling obstacles. Battling obstacles. And I get that to the point of what you said when you said you took care of this guy and the rest of that. And again, I get that, and that's good on you. But if your sole purpose was taking care of this person with the idea that once they expire, you're going to cash in, that's not too good. Not good at all. The second card says, Bish, we got the tea. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I do have the tea. You're not a fool, okay? Nobody is. I've said it many a times. Everybody on this earth have a little intuition in them. That voice that's inside of you that's telling you do something right or do something wrong, or you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, go for this or go for that. Everybody has that. Now, you've seen how he's been acting, and this didn't just happen, okay? And when I say I got the tea, I'm about to spill a little bit. This didn't just happen February 14th, which was Valentine. He's been doing things all along, things that you've seen and suspected. So you already know what's happening. You don't need me, you don't need the cards telling you that. You already know what's happening. Now, as far as you talking about going to stomp somebody, you have to ask yourself, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? Because, yes, you've been taking care of this person, but things have a way, okay, of playing out as they will. Whereas you may think or feel that when this person expires, you're going to cash in. But you don't know if this person has already taken care of that and got a will or something somewhere where you don't get anything. I'm just saying, when you play these games, you have to play the game with every possibility in place, every possible outcome. And I think that you really need to take some time to sit down and think about this. Think about everything that's happened. Think about all the arguments, all the yelling, all the everything that's happened between you two. You may even want to get your Nancy Drew on and start searching around that house to see if you can find any copies of any wills or anything. Now, that's just FYI. I would definitely do that. Okay? So before you start worrying about going outside the house to bother anybody, I think you need to worry about what's going on inside the house. The last card says goals. And I think that you need to reassess yours. Just what I was saying. If your main focus was taking care of him so that you could cash in the rewards, it may not come out the way you think and have planned. So I think you need to do some investigations and then make your plans accordingly from there. Okay? Up next, we have Drake from Atlanta. Ahvay. My guy and I have been a thing for 4 years. We have a house in Atlanta. We normally do it big for Valentine. This year, I brought him a Gucci link white gold chain, roses, wine, and chocolates. He brought home another guy. I'm like, okay, perhaps if we'd spoken about this before, maybe I would be down to play. But this is a special day, and bringing this guy in has me questioning him. Like, where did he even meet this guy? Do they have a 1-800 Dick for Hire out there? The guy was straight. He wasn't tore up dirty or nothing like that. We played and it was good. But it won't leave my head. How long has he known this guy? And how long has he wanted to step out of the relationship? Has he ever cheated? I find myself giving him the side eye because honestly, if he's been cheating, I don't want no part of that. I only went on with the threesome because it was Valentine and he's the one who brought the guy home. I need to know the truth. Ave, what do your cards say? Again, I've got to go to what I always say. Everybody has that little intuition in them. When you start feeling that something isn't right, normally that's because something isn't right. Now, I don't want to expose all of this man's business, but I'll give you this hint. You're on the right track. This is not something that just sprung up, okay? I think you really need to sit him down. Y'all need to have a heart to heart. Lay the cards on the table because there's confessions and there's revelations on both sides that need to come out. Okay? Let's go to the cards. The first card says sanctuary. And see, the relationship in this whole is your sanctuary. The way you've built it up in your head, the home, the jobs, everything good. And that's not a bad thing. But sometimes when we're building these blocks, when we're just looking at the good of the relationship, we don't actually see the reality, the realness, what's truly happening. And we continue to build and build. And then once those blocks fall down, now we are troubled. My suggestion would definitely be sit him down. You guys need to have a heart to heart talk about this. Y'all need to confess and release. And I think after all of that, that you will be able to move past this. When you ask whether he cheated, I don't get physical cheating, but there is other ways of cheating due to what you personally perceive it to be. See, everybody's definition of cheating isn't the same. Some people feel that if you spoke on the phone verbally with someone or texting and texting sexy things, then that's a form of cheating. For some people, cheating is just the physical. So again, it's whatever your definition of cheating is. The second card says disappointment. No effort to get out and have fun. Now, I'm going to tell you about that card right there because when I read this, I picked that up. Again, and it's no shade on you, but you've gotten very comfortable, very complacent. Like you said, you do the holidays. Y'all do big things for that. But other than that, you've gotten very complacent. We all tend to do that. Once we've been in a relationship for a while, we just get comfortable and kind of stuck. And this is where the confessions come in. Because I pick up on his end that there is a need, okay, a need to spicing things up. But that person may be uh, not really willing to come out and say it because they don't know how you're going to take it. So I think that you guys really need to have that talk. I think that's going to really clear the air and you'll be able to move forward from there. The last card says deceptions. And see that exactly what I'm saying. When you put a person on a pedestal, when you've built this fantastical world, a relationship in your mind, and again, when those things tend to fall apart, then there's trouble. So a deception, and this is not really that person deceiving you, but you deceiving yourself. Because you've built this world, you've built this relationship, and you totally ignored things that you did see, red flags that you did see, but you ignored those because you didn't want to rock the boat. So therefore, this is a deception that you built in your own mind, and now you have to face that. And the only way out of all of this is going to be the truth. You guys sitting down and having that talk, okay? So do that. Hit me back. Let me know what happens. And now I have, and I hope I'm pronouncing this person's name correctly. Now, guys, I know you guys are not sending me y'all real names. At least I don't believe you are. And the names some of these people are coming up with, I don't know. So I'm guessing that this is Ishta from New York. I got released January 19th. I got 3 baby mamas and my little piece I had inside. He wasn't down, but he needed me to protect him. He only had a bullet, a year. I wrote him and told him I was coming home the day before Valentine. Why he ain't at the address he told me, and his phone's off. One of my baby mamas told me about your show. Said if I write in, I might get your services for free. You a witch. Witches can find people. Through this email, you can get a link. I need him found. I'm willing to pay if that's what it takes. I bled for him inside. Knocked a couple of heads. Daddy don't take kindly to being played. He told me he'd wait. Said he'd be home when I got out. I don't like liars or lying. Now, if there's an off chance that something has happened to him, I need to know that as well. If I need to get him out of some shit he's in, I need his whereabouts. Look, I just need him found. He's mine, that's it, and that's all. Okay, guys, okay. Now I'm going to be honest with you. When I first read that email, I had very conflicting thoughts. First, I don't know why people come at me with this business of, oh, you're a witch, you're going to do what we want to say, or whatever the case may be, or we're going to throw you some coins and you're going to give us these predictions to help us out of these situations. It does not happen like that. Okay? I take on cases that I want to take on. I take on cases due to the need of the case. Uh, you're coming at me with attitude, which is what I get from this email. The energy is just murky at best. Uh, I can see why he ran. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now let's pick this apart, guys. Let's pick this apart, and I want you guys to use your intuition because you don't need any cards for this. You said that when you guys were inside, he needed you for his protection. You said that he wasn't down. Okay. So if you and he had a romantic relationship and you already stated that he wasn't down. Now I'm just gonna use elementary at this point. He was not down, yet y'all had a romantic situation due to the fact that he needed you for protection. So you basically forced this person into the situation. Okay, maybe force is a strong word, but coerce this person into the situation. Now they find out you're getting out and they haul ass. Uh, that might be telling you something. I would take that as they're scared of me. They really don't want to be bothered. And I need to step off and do what I need to do. Now, you asked for my insight, and I'm telling you what I clearly see and feel just from the email alone. And the fact that he got ghosts knowing that you was getting out the day before. I don't know how clear it can be. Let's see what the cards have to say. Prepare to travel. Okay? Prepare to travel. And that means moving on. And that's what needs to be done here. He's moved on. He's where he's at. And he's okay. Now, I'll give you that bit because you did state that if he's in a situation and needs your help, you need to know. So I'll give you that bit so that will hopefully calm your mind. He's not in any dire straits. He is gone, but he's not in any dire straits. And he doesn't want to be found. And you need to give him that. Because what happened inside was not something that he really chose to happen. So that's something that happened and now needs to unhappen. You understand? Leave that alone. Let him go on and do and be who he is and what he needs to be and what he needs to do. The fact that you refer to yourself as daddy, again, I can see where he would be scared because the attitude that I get is just very domineering and kind of overbearing, and I would be scared as well. So I think you need to work on yourself. You also stated that you have these 3 baby mamas. You need to work on yourself. You need to find out what direction you really need to go in your life, and you need to do that. And that's where the travel comes in. Okay? The second card says, children don't like your partner. Now, what that means is not exactly, remember I told you guys, these cards have many meanings. What that means is that you don't really have a partner in this particular situation because this guy was under duress, distress, threat for his life, fear, and he went along with this. There's no way. There's no way that a healthy relationship was coming out of this. And you have children in your life. Those children need to meet their father be with their father in a healthy environment, not this mess that's going on. This whole daddy thing, domineering, no. You need to get yourself straight before you start bringing anybody around them, uh, before you even really entertain a relationship. And again, definitely one that you're going to bring around your children. You need to really handle that because there's a lot going on there. I actually think you need to try to contact a counselor or therapist, and you need to start unraveling a lot of the things that's happened in your life that led to a lot of this, the incarcerations and things of that nature. The last card says, stay true and be in your power. And again, just what I've said, you have to, before you can really help or do anything for anybody else, you have to figure out your own shit and what you need to get it straight, to get it figured out, to get it handled. Again, I will give you that he's good. He's good. You can rest and release that. But you don't need him, and he don't need you. Not in that in that capacity. Y'all just need to let what happened happen and go on your byways and highways. Okay? What you need to seriously do at this point is start working on self. That's your goal. Okay? And you asked, and I answered. And now it is time for our VIP Zodiac readings. Remember, guys, these readings are based on the week it's read. As energies change constantly, readings change as well. So for this week, our VIP Zodiac sign is Sagittarius. And for Sagittarius, for this week only, your spirit animal is the moth. Your energy is in sync with the moon. Your romantic aura is healing. You're healing from something, healing from a relationship this week. You're healing from a relationship. It doesn't have to be one that's current. It could even be one that's past. But you're definitely healing from something, and you need to let that happen. Your your financial direction is saving money. So you need to start saving. You need to be cautious and overcome your fears. And see, those fears that you need to overcome has to do with that relationship that you need to do that healing. You understand? And you need to embrace a situation that recently has been confronted. So you see, all of that ties together. The healing from the relationship, and then you've got that fear of whatever happened within that relationship. And there was something that was confronted, or either you need to confront something. What I'm suggesting, because you know what it is, Sagittarius, you know what I'm saying, the fear that caused the downfall of the relationship. Mind you, this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a family relationship. That fear that caused that, you need to confront it. Okay? Again, only you guys know what I'm talking about, because only you know what's really happening in your everyday lives. And now for the daily tea. Loves, no one has the right to touch you or make you feel uncomfortable. That's just so wrong on so many levels. You don't have to put up with shit in order to be happy in a relationship. Because at the end of the day, your life is yours and you're the master of your game. How you play it will determine the outcome. When things are happening in your home that are beyond normal, it may be out of your hands to do anything about it, but there's always help out there. You don't have to sit in a situation and go damn near crazy. Reach out to people who have knowledge of, and then listen to what they say, whether it goes against your beliefs or you may have to take a L and declare bankruptcy or something of that nature. But you have to do something because these situations can become very violent and just hell on earth. Everyone has a bit of intuition within them. When everything in your being is telling you that a situation is what it is, you're not crazy. You're not insecure. There's a reason that your spirit is telling you this. We may not want to listen to it, but it's there and it's there for a reason. When people get money and those who are not for them are now all up on them, it's time to get rid of them. A person who rocks with you through thick and thin, not just when your situation is great. You don't need those phony friends hanging around eating off your plate because when you didn't have anything, they were ghosts. So they're eating off your plate now that it's still full. But should you ever get to the point that you don't have anything again, they'll be ghosts again. With that said, if you have a bizarre situation or simply some drama and need to give voice to it, email me. And now, I have some private sessions. I'm off to do an energy cleanse. See you guys next time. Guys, we are growing. We've changed the direction of the show to give you what you need, want, and desire. If you have a situation you don't want discussed on the show, email me, marked private, and help. I cover all things from relationships to haunts. If you need help, you found it. Keep those emails coming, hit that subscribe button, and join the WCT fam.